We got a set of Audi A4, S4. I think these are the 17 to 19 model years. Really, I like this design. It looks really good. Aggressive. Customer had an accident. Looks like just the lenses are busted. On both, we instructed customer to just tape up the hole, make sure no water gets inside, because these are LEDs, they're modules. You don't want water getting inside. We're going to remove the lenses, reinstall new ones. Oven set at 240 degrees. Take off these clips. I'm not doing a full DIY, but we're just showing you the process of the service overview. And yeah, it's actually beautiful. Not too difficult to work with, but you do want to make sure it's resealed properly. Otherwise, this computer gets damaged and you're going to have a lot of different problems. They use the same type of computer on different Porsches, and we've seen them just cause chaos on the Cayennes. So yeah, you don't want water getting in here. It's going to cause a lot of errors. And yeah, we'll replace it, make it look brand new. Then we recommend the paint protection film, PPF. Go to a local detailing shop. It'll stay looking new forever, basically. So yeah, we'll show you what's next. So when this first comes out of the oven, you get the lens off nice and cleanly. You can see it's the sealant's very spotty. It's inconsistent. Throw it back in the oven. I've already thrown this driver's side back in, and just push it down. One thing I have noticed is that this channel is extremely shallow and the lens is very thick. So you just don't have a lot of sealant. You don't want to overdo it, but I can already tell just by removing the lens, probably took off like 60, 70, 75% of that sealant. And yeah, it needs a replenishment for sure. Otherwise you'll have moisture issues, moisture creeping in. So we'll throw this one in, push it down, and repeat the same thing. And I'll show you what it looks like with the new bead of sealant in there. Okay, got the Dynamics headlight sealant. It comes in about this thickness. You can take a look at that. What you want to do is stretch it out to about halfway before you feed it in. There's a flat side. Make sure that flat side is on the top. It'll give you kind of the best situation. Press it down into the channel. You don't want it completely bulging over the channel. I did mention this is a fairly not super deep of a channel, so you don't want it, you don't want to overdo it, but I'd rather just have a little bit extra, and I'll clean it up if it comes out and kind of mushes out too much. Lens should still be in the saran wrap. Don't leave it out, because right now you're going to want to blow it over with like a handheld blower. We use this Blaster Sidekick. We've had a lot of those. They break, they fall, but anyway, they're awesome because it's not like compressed air that you got oil and you got to worry about that. So when it's when it's blowing out, you don't have to worry about anything. I don't recommend wiping this down with microfiber. This is what we call like fail chrome. It's a very, very faint and just a light coat of chrome, not like what you have on a chrome bumper on an old pickup truck in any way. So don't go crazy with this. Don't spray this. You shouldn't be touching it. But get that sealant in. You're gonna put the lens on and just assess everything, blow everything down. And before you throw it in the oven, you wanna make sure there's no debris, no hairs, no nothing. And then you'll throw it in the oven for about 12 minutes at 240 degrees, clamp it down with all the clamps. And I'll be using a few little screws. I'll show you how that works out. And that just makes sure that nothing can separate in the future. The clips are good, but if one falls off or something, you could have a little bit of a disaster. So hang tight, I'll show you what's next. All right, this is all set. Reused all the original hardware. We also added a small little screw in the corners of the headlights or in the middle of the seam. That way it can't separate in the future. It's an additional safeguard that we do. But you can tell it looks just as clean as it did before. Clean off the sealant. These are ready to go back out to the customer. Yeah, you can't even tell it's been an accident. I mean, a little bit of debris in this one since it was left open a little bit longer, but they both came out really good, really fresh, and without the cost of having to purchase new assembly. So if you have any questions, reach out to us directly, leave a comment below. We'd love to hear from you, and subscribe to the channel when you can.